Hey kids, I thought that I would come to the gym. This is our gym. I'm going to scan it a little bit. This is where I hoped that we would all be when I taught these lessons, but came to the gym. This is the last day I could be here, and I'm going to be showing you a few of the skills that you're going to be working on when you do your lessons. Hopefully by now you have received the information that that your lessons were in this packet that I made up but was unable to give to all of you before you left last Friday. So it's on my website. My teacher website is where you're going to get the information. It may have been emailed to you as well, but I'm going to be adding other information. So my teacher website, all you have to do is just click on this if you have the copy online from the email, or you can go to North Fork Local Schools website and then go to Newton Elementary, click on Newton Elementary, and then over on the, I believe it's the left-hand side, I think it says staff, and you click on that and then you would find my name. It says Susie Basista, not Mrs. Basista, I think. And then you'll have all your lessons there, and I'm going to be posting more. This is there right now, active fit information, and what I've typed out for more information about that is on there. But I'm going to be adding more, hopefully, more videos and other resources that you can use, because the whole goal is for your assignment basically is to exercise every day. And that's just for overall health. That's what we're supposed to be doing anyway, right? I talk to you all about that all the time. So try to exercise every day, especially with what's going on. That'll keep you strong. And very, very important, I want you to make sure it's part of lesson 1, is to read over the healthy lifestyle habits to fight all illnesses and diseases with your family, with your mom and dad. This will give you some good tips on things you need to be doing all the time, but especially now, to help keep you all strong and healthy. Now, when you get to your PE lessons, which actually don't technically start until March 30th, but like I said, I really, really hope you all will exercise every day, and hope that you can come to the site and get some ideas on things to do. Just go out and do what you love, though. Exercise, get outside if you have room in your yard or in your house or wherever you can go to get some exercise in. But these are for everyone, kindergarten through 5th grade. And so older brothers and sisters, help your younger siblings do some of these things. Work at your own pace. Everything is on here. I always say something like do at least 10 jumping jacks or at least 20 air squats. You do as many as you can, and then just try to keep building up your muscles and getting stronger and stronger, and you'll be able to do more. So everybody kind of work at your own level, and just get your exercise in as best you can. Before I get started with dribbling, though, which is part of lesson 3 and 5, I want to make sure you understand Active Fit will be for extra credit. So if you have not signed up for Active Fit yet, you can go ahead and do so. And this is again, it's what we're supposed to be doing anyway in PE class, and this is a good way to keep you exercising every day and following and to start practicing those healthy habits and developing those. I know kindergartners, I know that you don't know what I'm talking about, but go ahead and read over this. The reason you don't know about this is because the program we partner with the Licking Memorial Health Systems, and they wanted this to start in 1st grade, even though I told them the kindergartners could do it. So even though they say they wanted to start in 1st grade, kindergarten, you can go ahead and do this. There's the bell. You can go ahead and do this and get signed up. You'll be fine. Mom and Dad can help you. And it's just you pick your active and fit goals. That'll be on the website here, and you just follow these directions. And this is a win-win-win. It's a really great program, and it will help you to, like I said, develop those lifestyle habits. So, and if you do this, kindergartners, you'll get extra credit in PE class too. It's just, like I said, that's why it's kind of confusing in the lesson plans. But go ahead, even though it says 1st grade through 5th, kindergarten, do it too. Okay, so in your lessons, like I said, these are developed so everybody can, kindergarten through 5th grade can do them. You go ahead and work with your, it'd be great if your family, your mom, dad, brothers, sisters, everybody wants to exercise at the same time, and that they can help you with all this. So, we were going to be starting, if you were here at school, we were going to be starting basketball and jumping. And in our basketball and jumping unit, basketball dribbling is stressed. That's the main thing that I'm going to be teaching, is how to dribble a basketball. I know shooting is what's really, really fun, but there's a whole bunch of motor skills needed to learn this sport. And this is all to give you another avenue of ways to exercise, something you can choose to do that you to get out there and get stronger and have fun while you're doing it. So in basketball dribbling, we have 4 dribbling basics that I will be talking about. Push the ball to the floor with your finger pads, or your fingers is what's hitting the ball the most. And as you bend your wrist, keeping your eyes up while you do this. Keep your eyes and head up so you can see the court, your teammates, the other team, and where you are on the court, so you know when you can make a good pass. Sorry about the bell, guys. Make that pass that you need, or you see if you're open to shoot yourself. Keep your ball below your waist when you're dribbling, higher than your waist, because if you dribble it too high, it's going to be easy for the other team to reach in there and steal and take for their team. And then put your guard arm up. This is something to just kind of help keep the ball, make it harder for them to reach in and steal. So I'm going to start dribbling, and it's going to get loud, so just try to listen as best you can. So like I was saying, if you want to watch here, as I'm dribbling, I've got my guard arm up, and my head is up. I'm not looking at the ball. Now you might have to do this at first until you get used to it, but try to look at the ball less and less and less. Just like when we were dribbling the soccer ball, I encouraged you, once you got better at it, just try not to look down at the ball when you're dribbling with your feet as much. Same thing with basketball. When you're dribbling with your hands, you got to try really hard to feel the ball. Use your sense of touch and your peripheral vision. Like right now, I'm looking at the camera, but I can see the ball just a little bit with my peripheral vision. And if I was playing in a game, I could see the court. I could be able to see if there are players that are open, teammates that I could throw to, and so forth. So, you see also that I'm using my finger pads mostly, which is right here, the back part of your fingers, but the whole finger can touch the ball. And when the ball comes up, sometimes it's okay. And when you're making catches and the ball comes up, it's okay if your whole hand is on the ball a little bit. But my point is, mostly your fingers are going to be doing the work. When you're pushing down on that, you got to kind of use your muscles there. Those fingers are doing most of the work. So when I'm pushing down, my fingers are doing most of the work. Now the guard arm is just there to kind of protect the ball, okay? Now, I'm going to, when you're getting ready to do your assignment, you might just want to practice dribbling in place. Maybe you're going to do 10 dribbles on one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then cross over to the other hand. Do 10 on this side with your left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can just practice going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just feeling the ball with your finger pads. You might be noticing something. I am never putting both of my hands on the ball at the same time. In basketball, you can only dribble with one hand at a time. So make sure that you're never doing this. That's not allowed. That's double dribbling. Also, double dribbling is this. You're dribbling along, you stop, and then you start dribbling again. In basketball, you have to keep your dribble alive until you are either going to pass to a teammate or shoot it, okay? So, or that's considered traveling, or double dribbling as well. Traveling is when you just move around without dribbling at all, even if you're dribbling and you pick up the ball, you're allowed to have a pivot foot. One foot stays in position and your other foot can go around till you can get open enough to pass or shoot, whatever. But sometimes people will forget that. They'll either drag that pivot foot or they will switch it. Like right now, my left foot is my pivot foot, and if I kind of got confused and then I switched over and now I'm pivoting on my right foot before I passed it or shot it, then that's called traveling. So you have to be dribbling the ball. You cannot be walking around with the ball in a basketball game. So when you're practicing your dribbling, you're practicing to not travel, and you're practicing to not double dribble as you are doing the dribbling basics. Okay, so after you practice dribbling in place for a while, maybe you could just, if you have some space, now I understand all of you may not have a basketball at home. If you don't have a basketball, you can use any ball that's similar to it, like a playground ball or any ball you have to practice dribbling with. That's better than nothing. So don't worry if you don't have a basketball. You can still practice your dribbling. I mean, with any kind of ball that's similar to this. Any ball, really. Now, if you have a space, maybe in your driveway, or if there's, some of you may even have a little basketball hoop at your house, but if you have some space, you can try to dribble from place to place, maybe just going straight down and back. Say this was my driveway. If you can't get to a gym or some open area like that. Maybe you could go to the park. If there's not a lot of people there, if it's only just you or maybe a couple of people, that still should be allowed. And so you could try to just dribble as fast as you can down and back, keeping control of the ball. You can maybe start zigzagging. I know I have cones set up. You may not have those, but you could still just practice zigzagging, or have people that you're dribbling around that might be pretending to be defenders on the other team. So when I do this, you're going to see me do a crossover dribble. A crossover dribble is me just crossing over from one hand to the other, because we can't have two hands on the ball at the same time. This is crossing over from my left to my right, from my right to my left. Another way you can do this when you're dribbling is dribble between your legs, right? Dribbling between your legs to get the ball from one hand to the other, and you can go behind your back. Now, those all take practice to do really well. The easiest one to start with is the crossover, and you have a good quick crossover that's very effective. The pros still use it every day, every time they play. Every time I get to a cone, I'm going to pretend that is a defender on the other team trying to steal the ball from me, or I'm trying to just get down the court as quick as I can. So when I get there, I'm going to make sure that my guard arm is in between the cone, or the person that's on the other team trying to take the ball from me or guarding me, in my other hand. So because I'm going to be going around the outside of these cones, weaving around, which is something you can do when you're practicing in your driveway. It's just kind of zigzagging around. I'm going to cross over every time I get to a cone, or right when I get up to it. So starting out with my left hand, I got to that defender, I'm going to cross over, got around the defender, cross over to my left, cross over down to my right. And you might want to change up your speed a little bit, because in a game, that's how you get rid of your defender. Change up that speed, and to try to get buzz back, get them fall back on their heels or something, so you have a second to get by. Now, you doing that and keeping control of the ball the whole time is really, really good. If you lose control, you're dribbling, and you lose control, don't worry. You just pick it up, pretend like there was a timeout, and then you just get started. Okay? Now, you're trying, though. Your goal is to dribble without picking up the ball. You're going to try to dribble like you're pretending like you're dribbling down the court as fast as you can. And then in a real basketball game, you'll be better prepared and be able to dribble along without, losing control and having to pick it up. Or say you lose control because you accidentally dribbled too close to your foot or something, or your knee, and it bounced away. Go get it and just start again. Now, when you are dribbling, getting back to those dribbling basics, remember I talked about using your finger pads, keeping your eyes up. But you also notice when I'm dribbling, and when you saw me dribble down through there, I kept that ball below my waist. You don't want to dribble really high like this, because that's really easy for a defender to reach in there and steal it and take it for their team. You know, stealing in sports is a good thing when if you're on defense. So you want to keep it low, right? Keep that ball low, close to your knees, below your waist. But really a good dribble is, you know, down between your knee and your waist. And that way you'll have more control of it. And you also don't want the ball to be way out here where you can barely reach it. It's hard to reach. Again, that's going to be easy for the defender to steal. So keep the ball close and low below your waist. But not so close that you bounce it off your foot, right? Whoops, I didn't. There, bounce it off my foot. Okay? So, practice your dribbling and using any ball you have would be great. And even if you're just standing there, you know, just dribbling anytime, dribbling back and forth, trying to do some in between your legs and behind your back. Once you get really good at it, it's really a great exercise. As you can see, you can probably hear, because I'm trying to talk also while I'm doing this exercise, I'm getting a little tired, right? And I'm actually getting a little hot, so I'm going to take off my sweatshirt. It's been, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, so that's what you want to do. That's what you want, is to get sweaty. When I say exercise every day, you know that means to exercise at a moderate to vigorous level, intensity level. Those are the minutes you can count. Whatever minutes you're exercising where you're sweating, you feel your heart rate coming up, you know, you can feel that boom, 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 really fast that we've talked about. It's easier for most people right here or here with 2 fingers to feel, but you might be able to use your wrist to feel your heart rate coming up and beating faster. And you get a little bit of red in the face, and it's hard to breathe like it is for me a little bit right now, just because, and it's also harder to do that when you're talking. That's why you got to keep breathing in and out, deep breaths to get that oxygen in to exercise well. So basketball dribbling is great exercise and a lot of fun. When you maybe get really good at it, you can, you know, do some races with Dad or Mom, seeing who can race down back and forth the driveway or wherever you are as fast as they can without losing control of the ball. Anything like that will be great exercise. And then also, another thing to do to really get a feel, remember I talked about, so you don't just stare at the ball the whole time, use your sense of touch, do some ball handling. Ball handling is a great way to start feeling the ball and not having to look at it. And the more you do this, the better dribbler and passer and shooter you'll become as well. So just going back and forth from finger pads to finger pads is a really, really good ball handling drill. Maybe you want to do from finger pads to fingers to fingers, you know, don't worry about it. If your whole finger touches the ball, that's totally fine. One way and then the other, going around on your waist as fast as you can. You can go around your head. I don't want to mess up my hair, so I don't want to do that one. Just joking. Or around your ankles, one way and then the other. You could also spread your legs out and do figure 8, where you're going in between your legs, as fast as you can one way and then the other, okay? And you can do that dribbling as well. So maybe you want, and you're really gonna have to use those finger pads and push down, because you want that ball to stay alive, keep your dribble alive the whole time you are doing these ball handling drills. Or maybe you just want to go around. See a lot. If you lost control, just start over. 1 foot at a time. Okay. And go over to the other. Try and use those finger pads. Okay. There is lots of other ones. Sierra, do you know a couple other ones I didn't show that I can? My daughter Sierra is taking video right now, and she's going to be in some of these as well, these videos. She knows her basketball. You could do this one. So a lot of what I just showed you was doing your ball handling in a non-locomotor way, but you could do locomotor in between your legs, kind of like a figure eight in between your legs, going from one distance to another. Okay, and you can do the same thing, practicing your dribbling in between your legs as well, going from one place to another. Lots of different things that you can do to, number one, get your exercise in, get that heart rate up, and also to learn your basketball skills and get really, have some fun with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do basketball shooting, okay? So this is just a regular basketball. I have another basketball that you guys, many of you have seen before at kindergarten, you haven't. This is really cool because it shows you where to put your hands when you are learning how to shoot. Now, shooting is not a requirement for me to assess you on for the state of Ohio, but we all need to know how to shoot, right? This is the fun part of basketball, the most fun part of the game. So I'm going to teach you, because later on when you get older, it will be an assessment that I'll have to make with you or have on you, and I want you to start doing it in the correct way, so you can, your motor skill, your movement pattern will be correct, and you'll practice correctly. Those motor skills will be correct, so that you won't practice incorrectly for a long time and then have to change it later. So Sierra, we're going to move over here. If you were in class with me, if we were here at the school, you've seen what I have up. We can review that later, but I'm going to be teaching you BEEF. BEEF in basketball stands for balance, elbow, eyes, and follow through. It is showing you how to have the proper jump shooting form. So, and if you do that, then you'll have pictures of Sierra here when she was playing for the Nazarene University, Mount Vernon Nazarene University. You'll have some great success with your shooting as she did. So, I'm going to come over here, and I haven't practiced for today, so my shot might be off a little bit at first. I should have warmed up before I did this video, but I had to do it quickly. So first of all, whatever ball you have, I know you're not going to probably have a ball with cool little hands on it like this. Whatever ball it is, just know that you need to put your shooting hand in the middle of that basketball, okay? And if you are right-handed dominant, you do most of your write with your pencil, color with your crayons with your right hand, that's the hand that's going to be your dominant hand in the middle. The non-dominant one's going to be on the side. That's the hand that you probably do not color well with or write well with, as well with. So, dominant in the middle, hand you write with, hand you color with, hand you cut with, you do most things with, and then your non-dominant is here at the side, okay? I am right-handed, so that's why my right hand is in the middle, and my left hand is at the side. Now, balance in BEEF, the B in balance, is talking about where you put your feet to be balanced and where you have the ball. So I've got my hands in the right spot. My feet are a little bit more than shoulder width apart, just a tiny bit. My shooting side, my dominant side leg, which is my right, because my right hand is my dominant hand, is just a little bit farther ahead of my left foot. If I had my left foot beside, I'd have it halfway, make my left foot go halfway the length of my foot and come straight over, okay? Now, I'm gonna bend my knees, and I'm gonna bring that elbow, or bring that ball to my chest level. That's, right now, I'm balanced, okay? Now, the first E in BEEF stands for elbow. You're gonna bring that elbow straight underneath the middle of the ball, in line with your hand and wrist, and that's going to bring the ball to your chin, face area, okay? And then the next E in BEEF is eyes on target. So then your eyes are going to be looking at that basket. If you're gonna shoot straight on, you're gonna look at the front orange part of the rim. If you are at an angle, you're at an angle to the basket like you would be here or over here. You're more at an angle. Then we're gonna utilize that backboard, and you have a higher percentage shot if you bank it off the backboard into the basket. Okay? So it's like that. Now, so when you have eyes on target, for beef, that means you're staring at, you're focused on that part of the basket that you're going to, so that you have a better chance of making your shot, where you're gonna shoot towards, okay? And then F stands for follow through, and I'm gonna do this just in the air here, not shooting, okay? Balance, elbow under the ball, eyes on target, and I'm gonna jump and follow through. Now, you see that when I got done jumping, my non-dominant hand stayed at my face, didn't keep going. My dominant hand then did the rest of the work. I came straight up and flicked, and I gave it the goose. You guys know what I'm talking about. First through 5th grade. That means my arm, my gooseneck is straight up. My wrist is like, my hand is the goose head, and my fingers are the goose beak. And I make my arm and hands look like a goose neck and head. And then you hold that up there for about 3 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds after you've shot, because you want that ball to go nice and high, nice arch, like a rainbow, and then come right into the basket. So let me show you that straight on, because I'm straight on. Then, and this is where you're going to start. You're going to start doing many, many shots straight on. These 3 positions, here at an angle, here in the middle, closest to the basket, and here at the other side of the basket at an angle, are the 3 easiest shots in basketball. Start there. You got to shoot these all the time. Even if you're a pro player, they still practice these things. Never miss them, okay? And so that they get their form down every time before they go get ready to start practicing their shot. So, I'm balanced, right? Elbow under the ball, eyes on target, jump. And I didn't give it enough. Oh, I'm going to get a worm out here. Jump and follow through. Still need to. Okay? Now, I was looking at the front of the rim. Now that I'm at the side, at an angle, I'm going to look at that top corner of the white square and bounce it in, okay? And then you saw me do that a little bit ago. Okay, if I'm over here, do it a little bit hard. You still gotta practice these so you don't throw too hard. Something you can do, if you happen to be fortunate enough to have a hoop at your house, is just get out there. Sierra, when I played basketball when I was younger, and Sierra and her sister Andy, they did this for hours. Down and forth. You don't want to miss this shot in the game. You don't want to miss it. Okay, oops, I missed that one. I knew I didn't hit the top corner of the white square. If you ever miss, don't stop till you make that shot. Okay, now, practicing passing is also good too. I don't have another person here to show you. You can use the wall though. Practicing passing with family members and friends that you may have over. Chest pass. You can't have your hands at the side. However, it would really be good. You could also learn how to pass with your hand in that shooting position, okay? Because you never know in a basketball game, if you're dribbling long, or maybe you were open and the teammate passes to you, you got to be ready to quickly shoot. You're always thinking shoot first, right? So you got to catch that ball, ready to shoot first, and then maybe that opportunity goes away. You're not open anymore. Defense came. And so now you're going to maybe do that chest pass with that hand still in the middle where it was your dominant hand still in the middle, because you were going to shoot. So you need to practice it both ways. But a normal, regular, basic chest pass is hands at the side. You're going to Look towards your target. Point your fingers to the target. And it doesn't matter whether I step towards the target with my right foot or whether I step towards the target with my left foot. Because I'm using both hands. I'm throwing a two-handed pass. And what if I had been dribbling, right? And then I stopped dribbling because I got defense on me, too much defense on me, and I chose my right foot as my pivot foot, right? I can't switch to my left to be my pivot foot so I can step with my right, so I have to step with my left foot to make that pass to my teammate. So you need to practice stepping towards your target with your left, stepping towards your target with your right. Because in a game, it's fast game, just like soccer that we did last unit, and you need to be able to pass by stepping towards that target either way, okay? You also have in basketball the bounce pass. Again, two hands towards your teammate, stepping either with right or left. Here's the thing though, when you do a bounce pass, if the wall is my teammate, because I don't have another real person right now, if the wall is my teammate, I'm going to aim at the floor. I'm not looking at their chest, which would be the target for a chest pass, right? I'm going to look at the floor, it's right in front of their feet. So you want to throw 3/4 of the distance. So if I'm standing this far away to my teammate, which is the wall, that means I'm going to bounce that ball about right here. And maybe if you have trouble, you might want to find something to lay down there if you're practicing against the wall or you're having trouble, aiming on the floor, so you know where to make that bounce. Because when the ball hits the floor, you want the ball to bounce up to your partner's stomach, chest area, so they can easily grab it. Okay? So where that rope is about 3/4 of the distance to the wall, and that's where I'm aiming. Okay? And then the ball would go up and hit the chest, stomach area of the teammate. Okay? You also have in basketball long one-handed passes you could do, right? And because it's a one-hand overhand pass, whoops, you are going to need to step opposite because it's a one-handed pass. So if you're throwing with your right, you step left, okay? And these are usually long passes when you're doing this one down the court. And sometimes you'll see cross-court passes with two hands. They're pretty long passes as well, just maybe not as long as a all-the-way long court pass, but maybe just across from to one wing area to the other. So it's, again, because you are throwing with two hands and you may have been dribbling and have a pivot foot established, does not matter whether you step left or whether you step right. Typically, if you're going to throw a one-handed pass in basketball, it's going to be when you're out of bounds and you're having to throw way down the court to get over all the defense, and you have somebody on your team breaking away to try to get a quick 2 points, like your basket's all the way down there. So you're not going to have a pivot thing to worry about here, right? You can throw it and you're going to step opposite all the time. If you throw with your right, you're going to step left. If you're left-handed and you throw with your left hand, you're going to step right. Okay? All right, guys. Just keep exercising. Those are just some basketball skills that I want you to try to work on if you can. It is part of, I have basketball dribbling as part of lesson 3 and 5, but if you were here at the gym and we had PE class together, I would also be for enrichment teaching you how to shoot, and we've already done our catching and throwing unit, but this would have been additional basketball catching or throwing in that too. So I love you guys. Stay healthy, stay strong. Try to encourage your family to exercise with you and do these lessons with you. And sign up for ActiveFit if you haven't. It will benefit our school. Remember, it's a win-win-win-win. We've got, You'll be in the drawing for prizes if you complete your goals. Period 2 ends at the end of April 30th. So if you complete, you have time to complete those goals by the end of April. Then you'll be in the drawing for some really, really cool prizes. Right here, remember, you could win a brand new bicycle, a Nintendo Switch with fitness game attached, athletic shoes, iPod Touch with exercise software, Dick's Sporting Good gift cards, and our school, the Active Fit will give our school a gift certificate to buy you all more PE equipment, which would be great. So, and you'll be practicing habit 7, sharpening the saw if you do this, developing these healthy lifestyle habits. That's part of standard 3 in PE class anyway. So get out there and just keep exercising. It's pretty much mostly all we can do right now, and it will really help you stay strong and be able to fight off illnesses and diseases of any kind. Love you guys. See you later.